Hello dear students, welcome to online classes. So today we are going to read Moments, and from that book Moments we are going to read lesson number 5, The Happy Prince. As you know that we have two books, first one is Behave and second one is Moments. So from this chapter we will learn something, that what the Happy Prince is giving us some messages. Okay, we will learn something. So first of all, you should know that who is the writer of this chapter. The writer of this chapter, The Happy Prince, is Oscar Wilde. So let's start with this chapter. Okay, please pay attention here. The Happy Prince was a beautiful statue. He was covered with gold. He had sapphires for eyes and a ruby in his sword. Why did he want to part with all the gold that he had and his precious stones? So, in this chapter, in this lesson, we will come to know about the statue of Happy Prince. And the statue of Happy Prince, what is the quality, what is the thing that we are going to read about it? Means, why the name of this chapter is kept The Happy Prince. Why? Okay, and why did he want to part from the thing whatever he had in his statue? First of all, that you know very well that his body is covered with gold. Okay, then second thing, his eyes is what? His eyes were sapphires. It is a kind, sapphires means it is a kind of gems. Okay, and the next is his sword. His sword is, it is also that a ruby, it is also kind of gems, means stones. Okay. So the question is here, why did he want to part from the material, the stones or the precious things that he had on his body? Why did he want to part? Means why? And it was very beautiful. So what is the reason behind it? We will read this chapter and we will find the answer, that why did he want to part from his precious stones and gold. So let's start with the first paragraph. High above the city, on a tall column, stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was girded all over with thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes, he had two bright sapphires, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. Okay, so in this first paragraph, the writer is describing about the statue of Happy Prince. The statue of Happy Prince means where it was situated and what kind of things are used to make the Happy Prince. Okay, so here there was a city. In that city there was a tall column, and there a Happy Prince statue was situated. Now the Happy Prince statue, it just covered with, means his whole body, means all part of the body, it just covered with gold, fine thin layer, means a layer of the body of Happy Prince is gold. And what about his eyes? His eyes were sapphires. It is a blue stone. It is a kind of gems, but it is in blue stone, means blue color. Okay, and now the next thing that he had is his sword, that you know about. It is a weapon of his. Okay, and in this sword hilt, there was a red ruby stone. Okay, now so in this first paragraph, I think you got it, that in this first paragraph it is described about the Happy Prince, what kind of things are used to make a Happy Prince, and where the happy prince was situated. It is described in the first paragraph. Now, second paragraph. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. Swallow, it is a kind of bird. His friends had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind. Then he decided to go to Egypt too. So, listen. One night means everything was going as usual. Okay, but one night what happened? One night there a bird came, swallow. Swallow, it is a kind of bird, and it just came over there by flying. Why did he reach over there? Because 6 weeks before, his friends had gone to the Egypt. His friends had gone to Egypt, so he was left behind them. He was unable to follow his friends, so because of that he was left and he was there only. So once he was flying over there above the city and he reached that city. But then he decided to go to his friends. Then he decided to go to Egypt where his friends were living, means where his friends were staying. Okay. So in second paragraph, what the writer is describing means, in second paragraph there was a kind of a bird, swallow. It was just flying and he reached in that city, but he was left alone because his friends had already gone to Egypt. So finally he had also decided that he would also go to Egypt. Okay. Now, all day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. Okay. So all daytime he was flying. Daytime he was flying all over the city as he was going to Egypt. As you know that he had already decided that he had to go to Egypt, because his friends already had gone there. Okay, so he had also decided. So all day long he was flying over there. But what happened at night? At night he arrived that city. Which city? That city where the happy prince statue was situated. Okay, so at that night he arrived over there. Where shall I put up? He said. I hope the town has made preparations. Now he asked to himself that at night where should he stay. So he just thought about that city where he was, where he arrived. He thought about that city, means the people of that city had some arrangement for the swallow bird. Okay, he just thought about himself, means maybe they had, means the citizen of that city had prepared something for, had some arrangement for that bird. Okay. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. I will put up there. He cried, it is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. So look here. Then he was thinking about the citizen of that city had some arrangement or had some prepared for the bird. Then finally, then he saw a statue on the tall column. On the tall column, he saw a statue, and then he decided, means he cried that I will put up there, means I will stay night at this place. He cried. He was very excited Finally, he got a place. So he was very excited and he said that I will put up there. He cried. And now he said that it is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. Why did he say that? Now, why did he say that he had a plenty of air, fresh air? Because it was a tall column and from that he could get fresh air. Okay. So because of that only, now you can see in this picture also, it is mentioned that it is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. So here, this is the between what? Between the feet of the happy prince. So here he decided that he would stay at night here, and from there he would get plenty of fresh air. Okay, fine position with plenty of fresh air because it was situated in a tall column. Okay, and now this is a sword and this one is a this one is a ruby, red ruby. Okay, so now there he had decided that he would stay between the feet of the happy prince. Okay, and when he alighted over there between the feet of the happy prince, so what he felt and what did he say? He said, I have a golden bedroom. I have a golden bedroom, he said softly to himself as he looked round. See, he said he had a golden bedroom. He felt very proud. He felt very excited when he alighted between the feet of the happy prince. Then he looked around, means here and there, up and down, means everywhere he could see what? Gold. So because of that only he said that he had a golden bedroom. He was very lucky that he was going to sleep in golden bedroom. Okay. Then and he prepared to go to sleep. He prepared to go to sleep, but just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. Okay. As he was about to go to sleep, means he was just preparing for sleeping. He was preparing for sleeping. He had already mentioned that he had a golden bedroom. So when he was going to sleep, when he was about to sleep, when he was preparing to sleep, so that time, you know the way of the bird sleep, they just put his head under his wing, So when he was just putting his head under his wing, so what felt at that time? He felt a large drop of water fell on him. What he felt? What did he feel at that time? He felt that a large drop of water just fell on him. So he felt very awkward. He felt very bad. So because of that, what he said, what a curious thing. He cried, what a curious thing. Who disturbed me? I was going to sleep. He was very happy. He was very excited as he had a golden bedroom. So he was very excited to sleep over there because now he was going to get a plenty of fresh air. But now what happened at that time? When he was going to put his head under his wing, so suddenly he felt that a drop of water fell on him and he exclaimed, what a curious thing, what a curious thing. Why he exclaimed, we will get to know why. There is not a single cloud in the sky. This is the big reason that he said, what a curious thing, because there was not a single cloud in the sky. Cloudy sky means, now you can get to know, cloudy sky means definitely there will be rain, but here there is no cloud. So why the drop of water fell on him? So what a curious thing, he exclaimed, and he cried that there is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright. And he also mentioned When he saw up in the sky, means when he saw in the sky, so he saw, means he found that there is no cloud and the stars are so clear and bright. So there is no reason, there should not be any reason to rain, but yet it is raining. But yet it is raining means without any cloud it is raining. What is the reason behind it? Why it is raining? Then again he was going to, when again he was about to sleep. Then what happened the next moment? Then another drop fell. When he was about to sleep, then again he felt, what did he feel? He felt that another drop of water fell on him. Means the drop of water disturbing him to sleep, not to sleep. Okay, so because of that only, he was irritating. And with the irritation, what he said here, what is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? He said. Because of irritation, he said, what is the use of this statue if it cannot keep the rain off? What is the use? We are living in a house and the house is, means it is raining and the rain is coming inside and we are just getting wet. The drop of water, the drop of the rain is just falling upon us. So what is the use of house? So because of that irritation, he said, what is the use of this statue? What is the use when it cannot keep the rain off? Okay. Then he was searching next option. Then he started to searching next option, means where should he stay at night. So what he said, I must look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away. Then he said that he should stay in a chimney pot, and he determined that he would fly away from here and he would stay in a chimney pot. When he was trying to fly from that place, when he was about to fly from that place, then what happened again? But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell, and he looked up and saw, what did he see? When the second drop of water fell on him, so he was very irritated and he said, what is the use of this statue when it cannot keep the rain off? So he said that he would fly away from this place and he would search a chimney pot where he would stay at night. So when he opened his wing, so suddenly what happened with him? Third drop of water fell on him. When he opened his wings to fly, so the third drop of water fell on him. Then he looked up and he saw, then he exclaimed, oh, what did he see? Then he understood, then he realized the drop of water was coming from somewhere where he was not expected that the drop of water will come from there. Okay. The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down his golden cheeks. Now when he looked up, and what did he see there? He saw that the eyes of the happy prince were filled with the tears. And from there only the tears were just rolling down, means the tears were coming from through the cheek of the happy prince, the cheek of, means golden cheek of the happy prince, and it was just falling on the little swallow. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. In the moonlight, the face of the happy prince Very beautiful means looking very beautiful. So he just felt pity on him. The swallow felt pity on him, and then he asked the happy prince, "Who are you? Who are you?" Then he asked that, "Who are you?" Then the happy prince replied, "I am the prince. I am the prince." Then he replied, "I am the prince." So my dear students, I think you have understood all the passage, what I have explained here. So please pay attention carefully and read carefully and understand each and every line, and please complete your copy also. So in next class I will explain the next paragraph. So till then, thank you so much. Have a nice day.